G'day folks, and welcome back to the channel for episode number 23 of our Chaos Warlock playthrough. This is continuing on from episode number 22, which is the same day. So let's get on with it. I think with this episode, I'm probably going to aim for killing Loghorrean and then getting to the Coven, and I'll probably end it there. But we'll see how we go for time. So, what to talk about in here? Well, there's these guys, which I think everybody by now knows that I'm slightly traumatized by. And we've got the green worm in here. We've got a couple of actually really cool hidden loot areas as well. And then we have a few bosses. So this is the Tomb of the Watchers. This is kind of like the second last area in the base game. And there's a whole bunch of chaos stuff in here. So that's fun. But honestly, probably could just run past everything. You do need chaos and vitality resistance, and also there is one boss in here that does a ridiculous amount of poison damage. So you will need poison acid as well. Not to mention the Loghorrean will indeed do poison damage as well. Let's get the free loot in here. This is one of my favorite secret areas, because it's hidden behind a wall that is opened with this little switch here. And it doesn't directly tell you where it's opened, but it's just here. Let's open this door, and you come in here. And this is where I lost one of my, I think Season 4 or Season 5 characters. When they first put in the ambush mechanic, I popped this chest and was just deleted from existence in about half a second. Fortunately, playing the base game without the season mod, I don't have to worry about that, so I can freely pop these chests open without any worry in the world. Alright, there's also a couple other secret spots, one of which is here, just kind of under the stairs you come down right at the start. Just a hidden spoils. Again, you're not going to get anything too amazing out of these, but I just think they're neat. Alright, we have green worm guy here. Yep, so this is Bane Galgalore. He does a lot of poison damage, and I don't think it's going to matter. So we'll just get up in his face. I got my finger on the healing potion, but I don't think I'm going to need it. We can just stand in his poison and get out of it once he dies and I can't leech anymore, but otherwise he's a bit of a pushover for this build. Right. The next little hidden area is not here, actually. It's a little bit further in. I think it's this one. Yes it is. So just here behind this little altar is another loose torch. And this one opens this door. Also the one on the other side to let these idiots in. There we go. And again, it's a hidden spoils, which actually dropped me a pretty good item. So Bone Shatter Treads, not bad. Let's have a look at those. What do they do? When hit, main hand damage, which means all that chaos damage will be useful. Although 10%, it's not going to be much. Physical damage, vitality damage, reduced target's defensive ability. I think I am going to keep the Golemborn Greaves, but these would be a very good substitute if you don't have those. Here's my totem, and turns out I can't actually walk through solid walls, which, I mean, why not? I can float. Anyway, they won't let me do it, so we'll have to go around. Okay, Void Touch to the Void. No, but, you know, bits. Let's just spread a few of these around. I'm going to turn the loot off now, so I don't have to worry about it later. And we should be right to just kind of blow them up. Health bar is not moving. These guys do a lot of damage, so I am a little bit worried, but also not really. I probably should be more worried than I am. Let's just get out of whatever we're standing in at this point. And the last Harbinger. There we go. Alright, loot-wise we got, looks like 2 blues, 3 blues, and the Herald of the Apocalypse. Where are you? Here we go. Herald of the Apocalypse is a legendary amulet. Looks like it's more of a demolitionist one. And Apocalypse... I want to say this is Devastation with a different name, but I'm not sure about that. I think that's true. Anyway, let's see if we can pick all this up. I kind of have a feeling I'm going to be short on inventory space, so we might make a quick trip back to town. Yeah. Yep. Let's go use the Ford Icon Merchant. I don't use him very often. Generally speaking, I don't pick up loot that often. So
come see what's left of my wares.
This guy here is good if you want illusions for these weapons. I think that's kind of his entire purpose. But I'm pretty sure Obsidian Head Splitter only exists from this guy. And I'm fairly certain same for a lot of these. These are items that have the illusion of the MIs, but you don't have to go find them. Okay, let's get rid of all of you guys. What was that? Vitality, bleeding, attack damage, yeah, keep it. I'm pretty sure I'm going to sell everything here. Night Hunters? Night Hunters. Nothing here is worth keeping, in my opinion. All of our gear slots pretty much are either already really good or are MIs that I wouldn't replace except with another one of the same thing. So I didn't pick up any of the MIs I'm using, and we don't need anything else, so it can all go in the trash. This quest here, this is another really good quest for killing characters, so if you want to do that, suggest you do it on softcore, because if you do it on hardcore, you're probably going to die. I don't do this quest because I think 6 times I have done it, even knowing exactly where to go, I'm pretty sure I've lost 2 characters trying to do that one. So it's just not worth it. Even though Black Legion reputation is really good and really important, it's not that really important, you know? Alright, Dread Rune leg guards could be good. Starting to actually take a little bit of damage there. Let's see if we can't pile them all up in the doorway and pink laser them down. These guys just take nothing for damage from this. I know they have tons of health anyway, but they just don't take damage. Okay. Down to the... what is this place called? It's the... is it Tomb of... no, the Seal of the Loghorrean. There we go. So this is my least favorite area in the entire game. And it's because it's full of dead ends, and I find every single one of them all the time. Let's see if I grabbed the lore note last time I came through. I did indeed. So I don't need to worry about that, which is nice. Alright, let's see how many dead ends we find this time. So I'm expecting a devotion shrine. I'm expecting a totem through here somewhere. And I'm expecting a bunch of dead ends. Yep, see, I found one already. Let's see if we can't just group these guys up a little bit and blast them all out in one go. There we go. Lovely jubbly. And that's generally my plan for moving through big areas like this. You go through a few rooms, grab a bunch of stuff to kill, and then just kind of stop and blow them all up. Done. Did I happen to get a shortcut this time, or... no, there's no way. No way did I get a shortcut. Yep. The world's shortest dead end, and I found it. Alright, so I need to go up one more tier or one more little. What do you call these things? Like this is one, this is the next one, then down here, then this one. It's kind of like there's segments, and everything on this room's level is one segment. I don't really know how to describe that. Anyway, I need to keep going. Is kind of where I was going with that. Inugaru, Terror of the Void. Some of these names, I don't know who came up with them. They're pretty good. Alright, there we go. Get an extra sigil out, just do a little bit of extra lifesteal. There we go. Alright, so you can see, I think you can see. Yep, there he is, Bloodlord Thalonus. Now he's not particularly difficult, but if your resistances aren't... If your resistances aren't good, he's going to hurt, and I think he's actually going to shred my Chaos and Vitality, so... This could be a mistake, but hang on. Reducing resistances, regeneration, and offensive ability. So, Vitality is down to 64%. What I should be doing right now is opening a rift and leaving. Let's see if I can't put a hurt on him first. Yeah. Let's go get some of those potions that I said I wasn't gonna get. Because 64% vitality resist is kind of not okay. I think I still have some, so it should be fine. There's Chaos. There's Vitality, and you know what? I'm going to pop a poison one as well. No, I'm not. I was going to pop a poison because of the Loghorrean, but I think I'll be fine with 30% overcap. Let's go try that again with a little bit more defenses. Okay, here we go. And just for the record, it probably would have been fine to just fight him, but he is a humanoid, and he does have kind of chaos and vitality based weaponry, so he could have a really, really nasty weapon on him, and it's just not worth the risk, honestly. So you can still see my health bar is kind of going a little bit nuts. Alright, look. If you're going to run over there, then I'm going to run over here, because I want both you and your idiot friends on the same side. And I need you guys to stand in the beam. So I've just used a health pot there. Yeah, see, demonic... the demonic Bloodlord's Blade of Celerity, so he's got a ton of casting speed. And a bunch of flat fizz, or flat chaos as well. Okay, Doombolt converted to fire. Okay, that's interesting. What am I using? Rylock Mark, yeah. Okay, I am kind of on the clock with my potions here. And I think my other resistances should be fine. Bleeding, I don't think there's any bleeding in there. Maybe the Loghorrean's Chthonian Tyrants might do a little bit. I don't think so, though. Alright, so we can put a little bit of a hurt on him. Now, these purple balls didn't used to do anything, but now they sunder, so I definitely want to dodge those. Should be his poison breath now. So that can definitely shotgun. Honestly, I might even actually be able to just stand there and blow him up. Let's find out. It's a little bit scary. The sunder fell off before the poison got to me, and I think I'm far enough back that I can't actually be shotgunned from it. Let's kill his friends off just in case. Got my finger on the mirror here. I'm gonna be fine regardless. I hope. Okay, we'll kill his little tentacles off. I swear, thunder is like the most terrifying noise in this game. Okay, he's down to about, what's that, about 30%? Maybe 25 now? Maybe we move out of whatever is putting those debuffs on us. Okay. More Sunder. It's not great. Take out this Tyrant. Seemed like he was kind of stuck there for a second, which I'm okay with. And I think we're gonna win. And mostly we just stand there and blow him up. I will, however, move immediately once he does die, because I don't know what I'm standing in, and it seems okay, but also you never can tell. Alright, there he goes. May as well kill his tentacle here as well. Okay, now, because we have killed him, and because we are using his shoulder piece, there might be a gear upgrade in here. There might just be a gear upgrade anyway from other things, but one of the MIs we are using does drop here. And potentially, we could be getting the level 84 version, if there is one. What do we get? We get it from the other, the other chest here. Pack of Deadly Means, if you're playing a Nightblade, pretty good. Poison, well, I guess it's not really amazing for a Nightblade specifically, but I'd definitely use that on an Acid Dervish, which is half Nightblade. Right, let's see what we get. So we get Shrewd of Vicious Barbs, which immediately I'm not happy about. Level 82, it's the same base, so it's a level 75 base. It has less Fizz res, it has Chaos res, which is nice, and Stun duration, which is also nice. But I think I'm going to keep the current one. Alright, and that is the end of the Loghorrean. So let's go for a run through the Gloomwald, shall we? Technically, we have to go back to Fort Icon first and collect our free legendary item. Maybe maybe sell some of this junk as well. And of course, we have our cutscenes to watch. Let's get that done first. What do we win? The Scales of Baranath. Okay. This is the game's second and final cutscene, so go ahead and watch that if you are so interested. Okay, and we are going to head into the Ugdenbog, or the Gloomwald for today, I think. And just gonna vendor all of this. I'm actually not sure about these shoulders. So ignore the level 82 thing, right? That's just because one of the affixes is level 82. The actual base item is level 75. So Pierce and Aether are way over. So this one, where is it? Should buy that back for a minute. This one's Chaos Resistance is, I mean, also kind of redundant. We don't actually have 53% overcap. It's actually 23% because we have that potion running. But this is less physical resistance. It's less... No, it's the same defensive ability. It's probably... If I had to guess, I'd say it's going to be more offensive ability on this one. And then it also has health and cunning. I think this might actually be better. I think I'll hang on to it, and then I'll put it on when I can wear it, and just see what happens to my stats, because it's kind of... It's close enough that I'm not sure. Right, with that said, let's go to double check the quests here. Yep, let's go to the Burridge Village Rift here, and we're going to head through the Gloomwald. I just want to point out again how good these illusions are that that Kraid has added just this week. Actually, this is a new one of the new sets, and it is really cool. The fact that I don't have feet, I'm just kind of floating around. There's no model for legs or anything, you just kind of float. Looks really cool. I quite like it. And also, just for the record, this is not sponsored. I don't make any money from that. I just think they look really cool. And I've already bought 2 copies. My wife doesn't play, but she has a copy of the game because I wanted to support the developers. Again, not sponsored. I just think it's something that I want to do, and they look really cool. Everybody should obviously make up their own mind what they will and will not spend their money on. Alright, so Gloomwald is easily my favorite area in the entire game, which some people find really strange. And the first time I came through here, I really didn't like it. It's dark, it's claustrophobic, you have no idea where you're going because it's the first time through. There's scary things around every corner. There's like cannibal cults that you don't know about yet. I mean, just listen to the ambience. There's like screeching and things are dying. And it's really cool now. But yeah, first time through here, I didn't want to be here. I wanted to be anywhere that wasn't here. But by far my favorite area in the game now. Convenient merchant here. And we'll sell him all the stuff we don't want. Now, how is our reputation with the beasts? I don't think it's going to be an issue. We're hated, so we're halfway to Chupacabra ruining our day. You definitely want to check your reputation with the beasts before you come into this area, because there's something like 6 different spawn locations for Chupacabra in this little section. And if you're not watching for him, yeah, that's not something you want to have arriving on your footsteps or on your feet when you're not expecting him. Okay, that definitely hurt, whatever that was. Let's just give them a little bit of ground while we fire the laser. What is he? He's swift. No, he's not. Faster than molasses doesn't make you swift. Alright, I don't know what wiped out half my health bar in one go there, but I don't appreciate it. I came here to check for the treasure trove, which can spawn right here in this little nook. I got a couple of hero-type monsters out of it, which I guess is good. Although it does get us closer to Chupacabra showing up at the end of this little section. Just here is a totem spawn point, which, I mean, it's not there, so RIP. Just here at the back we can find Pakla. Yep, Pakla is not a guaranteed spawn here, but Pakla is somewhere in this area, or potentially the next area in each game. Also, I see a hero up there to the top right. Pakla's visage, I think it is, or the skins, one of them is really good for vitality builds. Converts... what is it? It converts something in Shaman, I think it is, gets converted to vitality. It might be savagery. But it's good fun to play with. Okay, so the Codex of Violent Rifts. Doombolt, Oathkeeper, Blackstar. Pakla's skins here. What does this do? Wendigo Totem, Vitality damage. Oh, this is the Vitality Savagery item. So the other one is something else. He has 2 MIs. They're both helmets. They both do conversion stuff from memory. But this is the one I was thinking of. Where is he? Here we go. Prismatic of Soleil's Menace. Or Malice. Do we use this? I mean, immediately the answer is no. But I'm kind of curious about that Black Star proc that reduces target resistances. Although it's not going to stack with this, so maybe I don't care so much. Alright, this little sewers right here is where we're kind of aiming for, so I'm going to head down there. And the other thing you can do here, which I guess I'll do it now. I still have, I think the lightning paladin didn't do this. But this particular weathered chest here has a quest item in it. You pop it out, you pick it up, and then you throw it on the floor because you already got it back in normal. And that'll get you an exalted chest in exchange for a dynamite later on. Now this area can be a little rippy because there's a lot of junk in here. You can get some semi-dangerous combinations of heroes, but the big two things to watch out for in here, treasure trove potentially here, the big two things to watch out for is this ancient Aether Warped Totem, which I am going to activate and I am going to kill everything in it. And Avarice, who I will talk about when I get to her. Alright, that's probably cleared enough. Let's go ahead and throw some sigils on the floor here. One more should do us. Alright. Now these guys are a major pain in the backside. The diseased ones, you're going to notice at some point that my beam stops. Maybe not. I think I may have killed him too fast. No, I'm standing in it already. So if you end up standing in the corrupted pools or whatever, they will disrupt your skills, which basically turns your beam off, gives it a 1 second cooldown, or however long it actually is. And it's a massive pain in the backside when your build relies on lifesteal. Footpads of the Grey Magi. That's actually pretty good. So 100% chance when hit to give you 50% move speed and 10% physical resistance. That's pretty good, especially considering it's 50% uptime. +2 to Iskandra's. Vulnerability is worthless for this build. Iskandra's is technically mana regeneration. The rest of the stats on this are okay. I'm definitely not going to use those, but if I didn't have the boots I have already, they would be a decent option. 10% physical resistance is pretty good, especially, I mean, I know it's only up half the time, but the first time you get hit, you're going to activate it, so maybe the second time. I think it had a 50% proc rate. Alright, so Avarice is not here today, which I'm pretty happy about, because Avarice is really annoying. I used to think she had a lot of vampiric healing abilities, and she kind of does, but also there's healer monsters around here. There's priests with skin on, which will heal her as well, and they have this annoying habit of hiding, like, with their feet showing on the top of the screen over there. So they're incredibly easy to miss. Right, so this is the other location for the treasure trove, and it will always spawn in one of those two locations. So every time you come in here, assuming you have dynamite, and assuming you haven't been here already this session, you will get a treasure trove. You may get the ancient Aether Warp Totem. It has 2 potential locations, and it could also just not spawn. I have seen games where it just didn't spawn. And the other thing I want to point out, since we're in here, and I don't mention this very often, but over here, if you come in here, there's this cupboard, wardrobe. You can bash that down, and then, hey look, it's a secret area, and there's a corpse here with some loot that you can sell. Nothing fancy, but again, it's just hidden loot, and I really love the way Grim Dawn kind of rewards exploration in a way that not a lot of other ARPGs do. I've been playing Last Epoch a lot recently, and there is absolutely no point exploring anything in that game. You're never going to get rewarded for going out of your way to look in the side sections. In fact, all it does is waste your time, because you have this little golden diamond on your map that tells you exactly where you need to go. So that's one of the few gripes I do actually have about Last Epoch. Okay, Totem Time. Okay, these guys scare me a little bit. Just, you know, past experience. Maglac, I think. Can't remember the name of the one that's particularly scary. One of these guys hits like a truck. All of them throw nets at you, so you can't run away, and they're just generally not to be underestimated. Is that a slith? I think that's a slith. Yep. Alright, we've got a bunch of stuff here. So, where are we? This one here. Empowered Skyshard Spellblade. We've got the Dread Mask of Gurgoth, which... that's one of the names of all time. What else we got here? Bunch of greens, which, I mean, no one cares about greens. Cord of Violent Decay, which is actually a cold and vitality and Aether damage item with +1 to Arcanist. Okay, +1 to Arcanist. Am I wearing this? Maybe, actually. 58% chaos damage at the moment. What are we up to? 1200? I don't think I really care about 58% chaos damage. 39 health is nice, but it's not that nice. And the proc on that other one, I don't really care about. So this has no resistances on it except for the anti-venom salve. So putting the Cord of Violent Decay on does get me 50% poison acid. I'll probably put an anti-venom salve back on there for the armor, which means 70% poison and acid. Which, yeah, does seem good, but also, Blood of Dread exists. An aspect of the Guardian is going to be maxed out, and this is something like 90% poison resistance by the time you max it out. So, honestly, I mean, this is more armor, but I'm a little worried about that fire conversion, so... I'm not even using Flame Torrent, actually. Anyway, I think I'll skip that one for now. Poison and acid resistances is not really something that's a massive problem for me. Okay. The red ones are evil. Those stumps. We do not like them. We do not like them at all. Alright, here's Old Love's dad, so we're gonna take the top option until we can stuff him into a Riftgate. And that is an arcane mob. So let's go ahead and take him out as fast as we can. Should go down pretty fast, because arcane monsters are always squishy. The other thing to point out in this area here is this corner. There's another arcane. This corner is probably the most dangerous area in, at least in this section of the, or at least in the Gloomwald, is this corner here. So you do get your treasure trove, but you can have, I think, 6 or 7 heroes spawn right here, because Pakla can spawn here. There's a quest later on that'll spawn a couple of Wendigos that can be here. You can get a pack of 3 heroes here. I think there's another spawn point just here for like another pack of 3. Basically, you can get a lot of heroes in this little section here. And it's definitely one area you want to watch out for. I've already killed Pakla. I haven't got the quest that'll spawn those extra guys, but I was still a little bit scared of that corner. Alright, this was our dynamite site for our exalted chest. There's 78, which means I get a little bit more damage reduction. Let's just take care of the Ugdenborg overgrowth first. Hope they all die before I run out of energy. I think we'll be alright. Okay, a couple of Ugden blooms. Definitely good. What did we pick up there? Was it this one? I think it was Malakor's Infusion. Yeah. Healing proc when you kill stuff is pretty good, but I think we'll be okay. Alright, 2 more points in possession. Now, I can't remember exactly what the point is where the damage absorption stops scaling. I want to say it's 16 or 17, but I'm completely making that up from inside my head. And it's just something to watch out for. Okay, the other thing here is, because this is ultimate, there is a little secret hidden path here, and there's a smith who will only make you a few things. And by a few, I mean this one exact item only. This is for a hidden quest, which I don't think I'm going to do on this character, but maybe. It's the start of the, I think it's a Lokar quest, that one. but I don't think I'm going to be doing that on this guy. I really think the Lucar set is overrated, and I don't want to skip the game that I paid money to play. But to each their own. Some people prefer to do that, and that's the great thing about this being a single-player game, is if you want to skip huge parts of the game, go right ahead. Doesn't affect me at all. Alright, and we are done with the Gloomwald. Nope, just kidding. There's more. So, Gloomwald Crossing, and then, is this the actual Gloomwald area? I think maybe this whole section is just called Gloomwald. Anywho, that's fine. So you can fight these or not. You actually don't need to fight them. You can just walk past, which is what I'm going to do. Same with these crabs. I kind of have it in my head to kill these guys from pre-1.0, or pre-1.2, sorry, where I played a lot of soldiers, and they potentially drop his, or the soldier's +1 skill belt. These stumps here are also a thing that I've kind of trained myself to do. In fact, I'm going to deliberately not do them this time, in the interest of getting to Caraxus a little bit quicker. That is a good pack, though. I'm going to blow that up. There we go. Okay, so Caraxus Fowl is the ghost crab in here. Actually, he's not a ghost crab. He's the real crab. The Naxxon Shade is the ghost crab. We'll be seeing him probably not this episode. In fact, definitely not this episode. Alright, big trees are gone. Let's head on into the den of Caraxus. How do bridges work? I thought it was only stairs, but no, it's bridges as well. Someone actually posted on the Reddit today about Nemesis are not the hardest bosses in the game, it's definitely stairs and platforms. And I agree 100%. What I want to know, though, is why are these trees so resistant to chaos? Alright, should have no issues at all with Caraxus here, so let's just turn the resistance shredder button on and we'll just blow him up. Also, there is a, I think it's Forsaken Savage Totem in here. It might be Ancient, I forget. But it would be on the map by now if it was here, so it's spawned in another castle.
I can't carry anymore. I can't carry inventory. My inventory is full.
Is it actually full, or are you just really bad at packing it? Well, I can tell you right now, you're really bad at packing it. Let's go and chuck that in there. What else have we got? There is a way to do this, but you know what? I'm just going to go and sell all this rubbish, and then we'll call that the way that it's done.
I'll give you a good price on what I've got left.
So, game definitely is bad at Jenga, but Tetris Jenga is one of those things that oftentimes it's not really worth doing it, and if you find yourself doing it, it probably just means you need to go sell stuff. Or depending on what game you're playing, you need to pick less stuff up. How are we doing for bits? Almost 2.5 million. Should be a good start when we get to 100. Alright, done. That'll do for now. I'll bank all that later. Here we go. All that for 2 greens. So I'm going to go back out the way I came in. Pretty much just so I don't have to fight any extra stuff. There's some more crabs down there. Again, if there was if the totem was here, it'd be somewhere around like right here. I'd be able to see it on the map. So it's definitely not here today, which is fine. This is a trap. I'm just going to not trigger it. I'm going to walk past it and head on down to the Coven. That's a lot of Wendigos, or cannibals, I guess they are. More meat for the stew and all that. I guess it was 3 green items. That'll do us. Here's the Wendigos. Alright, down they all go. And pretty much free run now. I think there's one more area that spawns monsters, just kind of here-ish. No, maybe I'm wrong. Okay. Yeah, guess I'm wrong about that. So, we're at the Coven now, and that is going to be the end of this episode. So, thank you all very much for watching. Apologies for not having the videos ready to go and having to split them, but it is what it is. And thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one, and goodbye for now.